Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the skies. Today I am actually super hyped because we have this amazing mob farm that we made last episode and kill everything. Nice. Oh, it lagged like crazy. And yeah, this storage system is completely full, which happened very quickly, but luckily we've collected quite a bit of ender pearls here and lots of loot bags, and well, there are some other really good bits in here as well. But today the plan is to make a proper storage system for all the loot that we're getting from the mob farm. And I've been on here for like an hour or so just playing and looking at the different mods and thinking, and I built this platform here which is going to be essentially where we have our storage modules. So we have the Tower of Derp, and then the storage module will go here, or storage house, or whatever you may call it. But I've kind of decided that I want to try and make things different, as much as possible different from Hermit Cave. Like, I don't want to use the same mechanics if I can avoid it. So yeah, that's going to be very interesting. And I think the very first thing that we're going to do to support that idea is to not use the white item ducts. We're not going to use the item ducts in this series if we can help it, but instead go with like some other item transportation methods. The ones I'm thinking about in specifically are the item conduits from Ender.io. These are actually, for the most part, probably better than the item ducts. It's just I have this super weird love for item ducts, and yeah, it's just these I used a lot when the item ducts wasn't available throughout 2 modded versions. But anyway, I think I want to use these in this series. They are better, like I said, they're quicker, you don't need servos and stuff. They're also a little bit harder to craft. The very first thing we need is this conduit binder, which comes from Conduit Binder Composite, which is actually just sand and clay and gravel, which I have prepared a little bit of here. If I do that, and you get quite a bit of this if I don't remember wrong. Let's see, we get 64 plus 32, and then I think when we smelt it, do we get more than just one? No, we get just one. We get just one. Okay. So we need 6 of these to create 8 item conduits. Okay. Now the hard part is the pulsating iron. Pulsating iron is actually an alloy, which means that it's 2 metals mixed together. And this specific one is iron ingots and ender pearls. Luckily, because we have been running the mob farm, we have enough ender pearls to make pulsating iron, and I also sifted up some stuff in between episodes, so I've done a little bit of mining and I do have some iron. But let's start by getting that, and as you can see in this version as well, or in this mod pack, the items, the like ender pearl stack to 64, not just 16, which is a good. But we do need a method to combine these, and I found this thing, the alloy furnace from Nuclear Craft. Speaking about things I've never made, I've never made anything from Nuclear Craft, so I used to go with the alloy smelter, but this is a little bit of a process to make. We could also make the induction smelter from thermal expansion, but just because I've never made the alloy furnace, I wanted to try and make this guy. So this is copper solenoid. Requires copper and iron, that seems doable. And then it requires these basic platings, which is lead and graphite dust. Okay, now graphite comes from coal, right? Yeah, we smelt coal in a furnace. Okay, so I have some coal over here. So if I take that, and I guess we'll put up another smelting thing here. I just start smelting it down. I should really use charcoal for this, because coal is coal is something we get from sifting and not from like automating at this moment in time. But yeah, there's our graphite ingot. Okay, and then we need to crush that, which I assume we can do in our grindstone maybe. Can I? No. Okay, we cannot do it there, so we may need a crusher. However, I did see another way to do it using that little table that we built earlier to make buckets from Magnetic Craft. Where would one Iskal have stored that table? This place is a mess. Oh, real badly I need this storage room. Oh, I found it! Crushing table, yes. It looks like we can pulverize things using this table, making this quartz grindstone like not necessary. Yeah, so we put that on there, and then the iron hammer. Oh, look at that. We got the dust. That's awesome. Now, can I do that with ores? I guess maybe. Hold on. Oh, no, what is this? Rocky chunk. Oh, that doesn't double it though. That doesn't double it. That looks really cool though. But that's essentially the same as if I just smelt the chunk as is. Okay, so this I've got 64 of, and let's just see, we got a little bit more graphite. Nice. So we can take this and I'll just go through these, I guess. Oh, it auto places new stuff. Oh, wow. I quite like this process. I like the sound. It's like, it is that satisfying feeling when you have things like that. Sweet. Alloy furnace. Combines metals into alloys. Awesome. Very good. For now, we'll put this over here with our technical stuff. I assume this is going to require, yeah, this requires power. 20 RF per tick, which means that we can't really use a survival generator because it's only 5 RF per tick. We would need 4 of those. But I do want this thing to be powered without too much hassle. So maybe we make another furnace generator and put that there. And that should, yeah, that powers this just fine. Okay. Now to make the pulsating iron, we're going to need iron and ender pearls. And that should hopefully work. Although it's very slow or it doesn't work. Oh, it works now. Okay, the ender pearls has to be there. That's weird. I guess there is some upgrades to this thing by the looks of things. Yeah, speed upgrade here. Okay, that's not too bad. Maybe we make one of those actually. Speed upgrade. I wonder if I can make several of these and stack them. Let's try and make another one. And then there's an energy upgrade as well, which is obsidian powder, crushed quartz, and gold. Yeah, that seems harder. I wonder, with our little table that we have, I wonder if I can crush obsidian. But I don't have any obsidian to try with. There, I found my lead, by the way. It's right there. Dang it. Okay, so let's just try and put... This is the speed we have now. Let's try and put 1 in. Doubles it seems like, but it's 60 RF per tick. Okay, and then if I put 2 in, it's 120 RF per tick, but it's a lot quicker. Okay, it may be worth to have it there anyway. Sometimes that's a thing. With these things that we've now made up, we should be able to turn these into nuggets, and then I should be able to make my very first item conduits. Nice! And I got over a stack of that, so yeah, these are not that hard to make, to be honest. And I think what I'll do, we put a little tech chest here with all the tech stuff. Sweet. So these are what we're going to use to transport items. And these are also really cool. If you've never played around with Ender.io conduits, you can stack different conduits in the same block. So there are conduits for fluid, there are conduits for energy transfer, for redstone. And I don't know what these are. Gold. Oh, they're just energy things. Yeah, there are conduits for a bunch of things, and you can stack them all in the same block space, which is really, really neat. And then you can cover them up with conduit covers. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Let me demo this so that we understand it correctly and so that it still works the way I think. But they also have a built-in servo, so if I have items in this chest over here and I want to send it to over here, I can go right-click on this face and then set it to extract, always active, and then make sure that this guy is to insert. And now the items are being shipped over, as you can see. Nice. And fairly quickly as well. Not as quickly as the servo that we built last time though. And to speed these up, we can build speed upgrades, but I think they are pretty expensive. Extract speed up. Oh, they've changed this. Extract speed upgrade now. Not just... Huh. Yeah, okay. Extract speed upgrade. They require electrical steel, which is another alloy, which is silicon and steel. Steel! Okay. I wonder if we can make steel in our alloy furnace, actually. Steel ingot. This is usually a late game. Oh my goodness. Tiny Progression has a super cheesy way of making steel. That's nice. I wonder if these steel ingots are ore dictionary with everything else. It looks like it. Yeah, they are. Okay, so if we want to make steel, we can just use this recipe. Let's just see if we can use our alloy furnace. Alloy furnace, yes. We can. With iron and coal, is that really, or graphite? Is that really iron dust, iron powder? I saw an iron ingot there. Hold on, we have to try this out, because this is pretty insane. Let's take that out. Let's put this back in. And then let's put some graphite here. My goodness. I guess we'll take one speed upgrade out because it doesn't seem to be keeping up at all. And steel! You gotta be kidding me! That's incredible! Okay, so the idea I'm having here is that we're going to put, we're gonna transfer all the items up to this level. I do not want to have to go down to get my storage system or to access my storage system, rather. So we're gonna break this thing, and I gotta be honest, like I may have to do these speed upgrades because this thing transfers 32 items per second, and these seem to transfer 4, which is not really great. Now this we don't want to fasten there. Okay, so there's our cable all the way up. Now let's start by just testing this out. Let's put this to insert and then go back down and extract always active. Now we should see this stuff being sent up here, and there's actually 0 transportation time, which is great. There's 0 transportation time, but the problem is that it only transports 4 items per tick, which is a little bit scary because if we don't empty out the items, the machine will halt and it will just drop entities everywhere. So that is a problem. Yeah, I may definitely want to look into making some extraction upgrades. But let's take care of the top part here first, because there's one very, very important thing that I want to do, and that is loot bags. Loot bags are the main issue in these types of packs. And what I want to do, and this is slightly different from what I've done before, is I don't want to use loot bags, basically. I want to use loot bags, but only manually whenever I, like, the rule that I would create, this is weird, I know this is weird, but the rule I want to try and create is whenever I want something from a loot bag, I have to manually open them. Because the problem with loot bags is that I could possibly just make a giant loot bag cycler storage system, and then I wouldn't have to have any other farms in this world. Like, the problem with these mod packs is that the loot bags takes care of most things for us. So what I want to do is store all the storage bags in the loot bag storage blocks. These things here, I think they can store indefinitely amount of bags, which is great. So we're going to store the common one, we're going to store the uncommon one, and we're going to store the rare. How many of these are there? The other thing is that these blocks are actually designed to convert loot bags. So if I have that set to the white common bag and I put an uncommon bag in here, it's going to make the count 4. So now I have 4 of the common loot bags in this loot bag storage. But I don't really want to use it like that. I just want to store the bags. I guess we could just store everything in one loot bag storage, and then whenever we want to pick it out, we can just cycle the bag. I guess that makes a lot of sense. Okay, here we go. So that's going to be on insert there. Priority 1. So everything is going to first try and go into this loot bag storage here. And you can see already 292 is the value. We can switch this to like this, and that way I can just pick that out like that. So it's basically every loot bag has a value. That's really cool. Now, the reason loot bags are so powerful, by the way, and the reason I want to try and avoid them is because, like I said, they contain most things. Take the example of the diamond horse armor that we got. This we can easily transform into 2 diamonds. And with thousands and thousands of loot bags opened all the time, it gets very, very, very easy to just get everything you want in the game. Anyway, that's being set up, so that should send all the loot bags into this thing, storing them in a number, which is great. And then I could then go and have, say, a chest for now, I guess, right over here, and this should get everything else in it. We shouldn't see any loot bags in there. Okay, so we should get anything but loot bags in this chest here right now. And it seems to be the case. Although, we're probably out of power, so this thing is probably not doing anything. Yes. So let's power that up, and everything dies. We get a bunch of loot. We definitely need to make the speed upgrades, though. That's going to be the priority right now, because otherwise, I'm very worried, and you should be as well if you're playing along with me. I'm very worried that this will eventually just crash the world. So let's put all of these, where can I put them? Ah, in here. Let's put all of these in here. And let's work on the steel required for the upgrade. So we do have 13 steel, and then we need to combine that with silicon. Silicon actually we don't have at the moment. So silicon can be created from crushed quartz, just smelt it up. Okay, that's not too bad, because I think we get the quartz from sifting dust. Yes, we have a lot of it here. So let's smelt up the white crushed quartz. That's just nether quartz in here. And I'm also going to go ahead and make some more of these, I guess, because we're going to need them, or we're going to use them. And where was that tech chest? It's over here. So let's try and keep half organized here, even though it is a big mess at the moment. But there we go. There's our silicon. So then we take the silicon and we combine that with our steel in here, and we get electrical steel. Now I'm going to need a lot of this stuff. These are extraordinary buggy. Sometimes when I put the items in like that, it just voids them. So I put a stack of charcoal in and it just voided it. Yeah, I'm not happy with these generators. They're so buggy. I gotta find a better way to generate power. There are a ton of ways that I know of on top of my head. Like there are generators that we can make from Draconic Evolution. I mean, we don't have Draconium though, but there are the coal generator from actually Addition. This thing is actually not bad. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to put one of these in here. And I don't actually know the values. I don't know how much more this increases the machine. But I'm assuming that it doubles it, so that instead of sending 4 items, we would be sending 8 items. But this chest is full, so the way we can test this is to... actually, I could move... Can I move this? We do have quark in this pack, so we should be able to move tile entities. That's quite interesting. If I move that chest away... Yeah, this should be a thing. Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. I wish that was a vanilla feature. Imagine how much stuff we could do in vanilla with that mechanic. Oh my goodness. All right, let's do the same thing here. Move you away. And I know there are a lot of modded blocks that we could use instead to store things that we can move anyway. I just realized, but this is just so cool. We got to move them a little bit more though, because this is not 1.13. So that should, yeah, okay, that's 8 items per click. So if we do, the next one would be 16 possibly, and then 32. So if I do 2 more, I have the same speed as the item ducts. Okay, 2 more extraction upgrades. And let's see if it constantly doubles or if we get 12 now, because I guess 12 would make sense as well. That chest is already full. Let's go down. I'm running a little bit short on like all the stuff here, but let's put these 2 in there. And the benefit with using these conduits as well is that it is instant. It's instantly transporting the items. We don't have to wait for it to transfer the items. So with that knowledge, it should be better already. Let's see. 16, okay. Oh wow, that's... We get wither skeleton skulls in this thing? What the heck? Yeah, that's definitely a lot faster by the looks of things. Okay, sweet. So I don't think I need more than that. I think that should be able to keep up, hopefully. Well, yeah, I think that should be able to keep up. It looks like it at least. Now, the next thing we need to this module, we're kind of working on the technical aspects today, and then I think decorating this will be another project, but you can see all the loot packs here, 7,900 already. I think the very next thing is we need to take care of all the armor pieces and all of the garbage that comes in here. I don't want that at all, or the non-stackable things. And for that, we have something called the anti-barrel from Yaba. This thing here, it's a little bit of an expensive craft. We require blaze powder, for example, which, yeah, I think we can get from sifting, luckily. We do require some nether brick and a block of quartz. Do I have any blaze powder? I do have blaze powder. I should have known that. I think I even checked that already. Okay, so Eye of Ender. And then I need 8 obsidian. I'll craft that up. I need nether brick, which shouldn't be a problem because I should have... I mean, I should. Somewhere I should have some netherrack that I can smelt up. 1 piece there. 4 pieces there. How much did I need? 6. I would have been smart to store this lava somewhere, because now I have to sit here and wait for it to be made, because it only holds 4 buckets per lava source, and Yeah, it smelts it pretty quickly, but if I would extract this to with a fluid conduit to a tank, I would have lava storage. We should probably do that for power, actually, because we didn't do that in Hermit Cave, and that's usually how I do power in skyblock packs, etc. But because we didn't do it, I think it could be a fun thing to do here. That way we don't have to waste all our coal everywhere as well. And that should be my last piece. Sweet. So now I should have everything in theory to make this anti-barrel. Nice. Okay. So I have played around with this one time before in modern skyblock 3, I think it was. And it should be pretty straightforward. If I put this, I need to have it. Well, I don't need to have it after. See, these pipes are very smart because you can prioritize on them. So I can set the priority. I think I set the priority here to 1. So it first tries to go in there. And then that's 0. If I put my anti-barrel further away, it shouldn't matter if I raise the priority. Let's try to put it over here. And then I need to get underneath to access this thing. We'll go insert priority 1. We'll change this to priority 2. And that's priority 0. So now it should go there, there, there. And this can only store unstackable items, and as you can see, quite a few of them. And I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it can store 100,000 items. No, it can store 100,000 types of items and unlimited per item. So that's actually pretty good. I wonder if it starts stacking. No, if they have damage values, it doesn't start stacking them properly. So this is good for like witch hats and stuff that I do want, but for all the armor pieces that I really don't care for, like all the gold armor and garbage, I mean, it's pretty bad. That being said, making armor in this pack is insanely hard. That's why we're running around with all these garbage items. And I mean, it may be a good thing to have in the future. But yeah, this should all of a sudden, we've basically taken a very, very, very hard thing to build a storage system for, and we are starting to get to a point where we're getting a little bit more organized. Essentially, these are the important items in this chest. Everything that doesn't go into these other things. I wonder if I can extract into a trash can from this thing eventually, because I don't know if I want to keep any of it. There is the reliquary items like the witch's hats that you can make redstone out of. They're really good. Not this witch hat, the other witch hat. They're good to get redstone. These things here, you can make a bunch of different things with these, and they are unstackable. But I don't know if they are very common to drop. I don't think they are. But yeah, this is looking really, really promising. Really promising. And I should say as well, I want to try and stay away from digital storage as long as possible. Now, for those of you who know modded, this is an extreme challenge in a mod pack. You see, vanilla doesn't have a lot of storage options. We usually do our hoppers and we do our item cells and we sort items and we try and make it as good as possible. But modded have got applied logistics, for example, where you can store everything in a digital storage and you can store them on cells, and it's really, really simple to manage storage. And that's actually really important in modded because there are so many different items. There's no way you can store everything in chests and have it still organized. But I want to try and challenge myself. I want to stay away from refined storage, which we used in Hermit Cave. I don't even know if it's in here. It doesn't seem like it. And I want to stay away from applied logistics, at least for now. I may change my mind on this later because it is, like I said, storage is only fun to a point where it's manageable, and then it gets really, really tedious. So unless it's manageable, I really don't want to stay away from it. But that's why I'm doing this thing. So we do have the loot bags sorted out, and we do need an array for these items as well. Like barrels are great for that, or drawers rather. So we'll probably end up doing that with all of the items that go into the chest. This thing though is also very important that I change or bring up. So let's make sure we do that. And this thing can go, again, it can go absolutely wherever. I guess we can put this in the very beginning here, just because then we can hide it later. The floor is going to come here. So if I put this, yeah, if I put this here with a priority, let's do insert here, priority -10. Now anything that can't fit anywhere else should be voided in this chest, which I think is, yeah, that, or in that that trash can. I think that's fair. That's actually a very good way of doing it. Even if it's like, yeah, even if it's in here because of the priority, we can see that we're still getting items here. But yeah, my goal is to stay away from digital storage as long as I possibly can. I don't want to make a promise that I'm always going to stay away from it, but as long as I possibly can, I want to stay away from digital storage and try and build something that is logical and intuitive enough to be able to use, even with all of these insane amounts of modded items that we have in mod packs like this. And this is a great start. This is a great start. But unfortunately, that is all we have time for today. So I'm going to call the episode right there. Next time, we will probably work on a power solution. And I also want to, of course, finish up this room and design it at some point as well. Or ASAP, because we really aren't storing that much items at the moment. So yeah, I need to sort out my storage. But power is going to be important. And I got really excited to do lava powered island here using some lava mechanics and some dynamos and stuff to power the whole base. But anyway, like I said, that's gonna do it for today. So if you've enjoyed the video, do hit the like button down below, and if you're brand new, consider subscribing, and I will see you dudes in the next episode.